Hello everyone, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw and good morning. I know we have seen this news, but I wanted to talk to you all about it. The next Pokemon coming to Unite, of course, is Duraludon, Duraludon. I don't think a lot of people expected this. However, it was predicted over on my Discord, which I think is very cool. Let's take a look at this gameplay footage here. There isn't a lot we can glean from this, but there are a couple cool things that I wanted to show you all. So we're going to show this at a very slow speed. We're watching our buddy here shoot out stealth rocks. Look at the arms fly back here. Very graceful. Very graceful when you're firing out some stealth rocks here. So this is an attacker type Pokemon. Currently, we only have stealth rocks on our defender, Crustle. I love the idea of having two stealth rocks on the field at once. We see the rocks flying out here, colliding with their target, Ludicolo. Little bit of an explosion here, and this is one of the most interesting things that we see so far just out of this small amount of footage is this orb that is now circling Ludicolo after these stealth rocks hit. Basically, as soon as the rocks hit, so that first impact, the first Draco impact,
That's a fake laugh.
It's real!
for this Dragon Steel type, we see an orb form around this Pokemon. I believe a second one pops up essentially as the next tick of damage there. So a second one pops up as that next tick of damage hits. Do we get to see more? Ludicolo is just saying, hey, I'm still dancing. Nothing wrong with dancing right now. Next tick of damage hits, we see a third. So this is all happening pretty fast. I'm going by fractions of a second here, and we can see these orbs pop up. And then we see what is to be the Unite move for this Pokemon. So we pan out. We have this pretty large radius there. I would say that's pretty big. I wonder how that's compared to something like, you know, Cramorant's Unite move or something like that. I would have to check that out. But a pretty big radius here. And you can see this Pokemon sort of reels its arms back again, shouts into the air. And what it looks like it does is it pulses for a moment, a dragony pulse for a moment, and then this big burst of damage, and this huge burst of damage here clears those orbs from Ludicolo, and it's possible that this is what is healing the Pokemon here. I was about to say the name wrong. Duraludon.
That is the most real, authentic, hysterical laugh of my entire life.
Duraludon. Got it. And you can see the orbs disappear. I don't know if this is going to increase damage. I assume it will, but it also appears to heal right there. So we have a healing effect after using that Unite move. Again, a bit of, oops, wrong button. A bit of a charge up here. And then after the charge up is done, this massive pulse of damage here. And all of the orbs that are generated around the Pokemon that you have hit are possibly converted to HP recovery. I don't know if that's going to work for your entire team, just for this Pokemon, or if it's a combination of damage and recovery. I would wager that the more of those orbs you have on enemies, the more damage this will do, but it could all be focused around healing. And that's mostly what we know about this Pokemon right now. They don't show you much at all in this preview here. We see it did KO that Ludicolo. Good news for its Unite move. And then we have our boy sitting here giving us the stare. So, a few other things that we know about this Pokemon that I think are kind of interesting. First of all, I mean, we don't know what its, move set is going to look like outside of that Stealth Rock and its Unite move, except we do know this. Shown on the poster is Laser Focus. This is a move in the main series games that makes your next attack a guaranteed critical hit. So part of me has to wonder, okay, we've got like two builds with this Pokemon, right? We've got sort of the Stealth Rock build, and I'm wondering what else they pair with that. There are a lot of options for this Pokemon. It does have a Hyper Beam that it can get in the main game. In fact, let me take you over to Cerebi, where I was just kind of scrolling through and trying to get some ideas of what we might see on this Pokemon. Get out of here, Laser Focus. So it does have a Hyper Beam. It does have Metal Burst, and I'm thinking, okay, is that is that Unite move their version of Metal Burst possibly? The user retaliates with much greater force against the opponent that last afflicted damage. We're not really seeing sort of the vibe of that. We're seeing stacking damage sort of counters, those little orbs that we saw earlier, onto the enemies, and then doing a large burst of damage from there. Flash Cannon, it also has that move. Of course, it has Laser Focus like we talked about earlier. The user concentrates intensely. The attack on the next turn always results in a critical hit. So this could be interesting because this is probably a special attacker, but it might have one build that's heavily focused on critical hits, and you might be using it to make sure that your abilities critically hit. Could you Laser Focus into a Unite move that critically hits? I don't know. There are a lot of cool possibilities for this Pokemon. I'm really excited to see what this does to the game. Its passive in the game is interesting. I remember catching this Pokemon and not using it at all. Its abilities, light and heavy metal, halves and doubles the Pokemon's weight. I'm not sure if they would use that or if they would go with Stalwart, which ignores the effects of a Pokemon abilities that draw in moves. This was often used, I think, when people would use Follow Me and stuff like that in the main series games. So when there was a situation where that Pokemon had to attack a specific Pokemon in a 2v2 or something like that, this Pokemon would ignore it, which is kind of cool. I did click on it. It's the only Pokemon in the main series to learn that ability, to have that hidden ability. I don't know what exactly they would do with that, but it is pretty interesting. We did not see it turn into a giant building, so I don't know if we're going to see its Gigantamax form, but it could be pretty interesting if we do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because I was looking at this Pokemon for a while earlier, if there was anything else. Oh, it does have the move tutor attack Steel Beam. So that could be interesting. The user fires a beam of steel that it's collected from its entire body. It also damages the user. So that would do a lot of damage. And I'm wondering if maybe one build is sort of this more stealth rock build. The other build is maybe that more laser focused steel beam. So you're using laser focus, and then your next move that you use does critically hit, and it critically hits for a lot. I would love to see something like that. But there is our new Pokemon coming to Unite. I'll let this footage play one more time while I talk about it, but there is Duraludon. I am very excited for this Pokemon. As I've said many times, I love the idea of Hoopa. I love the idea of a Pokemon like this. Nobody expected this except for one person on my Discord. Cool, actually did expect this. Let me know what you think in the comments. I can't wait to play it. I just unlocked Hoopa in ranked. Oh, and I do have to mention, I recently just hit 100,000 subscribers, and I don't really know what to say about it right now. I do have some plans to do something fun, as I've talked about, in my version of a hot tub stream.
When did we establish?
Like 3 seconds ago!
No, I wasn't listening. I was thinking of something else.
Or something like that. But for now, just a very humble and understated thank you to you all. It's only possible because you all check out what I do. So thank you. Thank you. More stuff coming very soon. I love you. Mwah.